Welcome, Earthly Souls, to my channel, Earthly Soul Tarot. My loves, my name is Daniel. Thank you so much for joining me today for this reading. And today's reading is going to be for Leo for the month of February 2026. So welcome, Leos, welcome. If you are new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button. If you resonate with my energy or with the reading at any point, leave a like, leave a comment, all that good stuff, and find me on TikTok as well, Earthly Soul Tarot. All right, my loves, we're gonna jump right in with an oracle card representing the overall energy for the month of February for you, Leo. Then with the tarot, we're gonna jump into career, love, health, mental and physical, supporting and conflicting energies, and then a closing energy. And then at the very end of the video, we're gonna pull a little symbol of confirmation for you, and I'll explain more about that towards the end of the video. But anyway, Leos, let's go ahead and jump into your energy and pull the oracle for the overall theme of the month of February for you, my love. So spirits, angels, spirit guides, what is the overall theme? What is the overall energy for the month of February for my beautiful Leos? Pull this one. Okay, we're getting shadow work. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys. Shadow work, Leo. I feel like shadow work could represent a lot of things for you. But in February, I feel like a lot of you are going to start doing some heavy, introspection. Heavy could even be changes. Okay, maybe you're starting to realize some changes about yourself or about your life that you kind of want to tweak, or you want to quote unquote fix or change. Okay, a lot of you could also just be entering a month of just, I don't want to say negative emotions, but a lot of you could be feeling very not as positive this month of February. Okay, but again, it's a very broad energy. So let's start jumping into the tarot and jump into your different sections of the reading, and we'll see if we can get more details on what shadow work is representing for you right now. So let's jump into your career, Leo. Whoa. Yeah, these cards are super slippery. We're going to go with the card that is facing up, and that is the Knight of Cups. And we're going to take these two. The Hierophant, or the Hierophant, I don't know. It's pronounced different ways. And the Hermit. Okay, I was getting heavy Hermit energy when I saw the shadow work card. So that's kind of a little bit of a confirmation here. So within your career, I feel like not much is really going on, Leo. I'm hearing more of the same thing. I don't know why I'm hearing that. More of the same thing. So a lot of you could just be feeling, very... It's not like you're super satisfied where you are, but you're very comfortable where you are. And so right now, it doesn't seem like you're looking to make so many changes within your career. A lot of you could have recently started a new position or a new job. You could have been in this job for a few months now, maybe. I'm hearing like 2 to 3 months. And you're still learning the ropes of some things, but you're starting to get the hang of it, and not need as much, direction, okay, as before. And so I don't see much going on within your career, to be honest. Let's see if we can get one more message for you. Oh my gosh, sorry guys. These cards are super slippery. The Ten of Wands. I do feel like you're possibly... There could have been a point in time where you were struggling a little bit with all the responsibilities, with the weight of everything. The Ten of Wands. I feel like you're also putting a lot of expectations on yourself, Leo. Or at least I see you doing that in the month of February. So try to, keep an eye on that and make sure that you're giving yourself a break and giving yourself the space to get things done in an orderly manner and not like all at once is what I want to say, because I feel like you're someone that prefers to do things very quickly. But I feel like in the month of February, your mental health is going to call for you to slow down a little bit when it comes to your career, my loves. So let's jump into the love section of your reading. Now, this could represent romantic love. It could also represent familiar, platonic love, or self-love. And we're getting the Death card popping up right as the first card of your love section, which is very interesting. Some of you could have, or you could be coming to the end of a certain relationship. maybe a relationship that you just know doesn't really serve you anymore. This could also signify entering a new relationship, though, because with death comes a rebirth. And, death isn't always this horrible ending. Sometimes it symbolizes the start of something new, okay, and the end of something old. And so, and look, you got the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck, and that symbolizes like a new spark in your life, okay? The Wands is very fiery energy. So that definitely could be a new relationship, okay, coming up for you in February. Let's see if we can get any other details. My goodness, y'all. I think I need to slow down with these cards. This card fell on the side of the table here. The Eight of Pentacles is coming up here. If you are getting into a relationship this month, Leo, I feel like it's going to be a very long-lasting one, okay? This is going to be a very long-lasting relationship. Could even be some sort of like a marriage type of energy. I don't know. Some of you could be getting married this month of February if you're already in a relationship, which is very exciting. And which is also why I feel like you're not worried too much about your career, because there are other things that you're more so worried about. Not worried about, but like focused on. But that's also what is causing you to feel this almost like pressure to do some shadow work, because you don't want to bring any of your unhealed, the unhealed aspects of yourself. You don't want to be bringing that into a new marriage or into a new relationship in general. The Three of Swords, as I say that too, you want to make sure that your heart is completely healed and that you've done shadow work and you've completely healed emotionally in order to be open to receiving, this new love, this new relationship, or this new chapter of your relationship, whatever it may be, my loves. And so there's a huge message here of practicing self-love as well. Make sure that you're not just focusing on your relationships, but the relationship that you have to your very self and to your past self. I keep hearing that like with a big emphasis. The relationship that you have to your past self is going to be very important for you this month, okay? So make sure that you're paying attention and that you are feeding yourself emotionally and healing, okay, from past traumas and stuff. And, dealing with that in the best, healthiest way that you can. Let's move on to health. I feel like the health kind of has a bit to do with this. You're getting the Seven of Pentacles as your first message in health. And for me, I'm kind of getting like a little bit of like a fitness energy from this. Some of you could be really putting in the work when it comes to your body. Maybe you're working out a lot, you're hitting the gym, or you're going for runs. You're doing something here that is asking you to kind of be patient, right? And like wait for the fruit to grow. So you're kind of in I feel like you're in the middle of a journey right now when it comes to your physical health. For some of you, this could also be mental health as well. It doesn't have to be physical only. It could be both as well. Let's see what else, spirit guides. What else? We're getting the Nine of Swords. So a little bit of anxiety creeping up, okay, in the month of February. Some of you could be feeling a little bit restless and having trouble sleeping as well. That Nine of Swords always, tends to symbolize that, having trouble sleeping. So making sure that, you're not overworking your body too. If you are somebody that's, working out a lot, make sure that you're not overdoing it, okay? The Nine of Swords could be a message of like overstimulation, right? Like anxiety inducing things. So yeah, you might be dealing with a little bit of that. I'm feeling like in the middle-ish towards the end of the month, your anxiety levels might spike up a little bit, okay? But with the Justice card, I feel like they're going to level back down. Like the scales are going to be balanced. Just make sure that you stay balanced, that you're, again, balancing work and rest, all right, Leo? Let's get one more message within your health. Health for Leo, the month of February, spirit. The Three of Cups is coming up here. Lean on your support, okay? If you got friends around you, family members that care for you, I feel like this month, your guides are really calling you to lean on these people this month, okay? Because remember, we can't always get everything done alone, my loves. Sometimes we really have to depend on others, all right? And I feel like for the most part, you know who it is that you can rely on and who you shouldn't rely on. So I don't think that's something that has to be told to you. It's just an issue of like when you know, okay? So if you do have people around you that are trying to reach out, make sure that you're not ignoring them, or, because I do see you, you're going to want to be like this hermit in the month of February, but there are going to be people reaching out for you, wanting to help you. So make sure that you are accepting that help, my loves. Let's jump into conflicting energies. What may come up this month for you, Leo, that could be quite conflicting is the Queen of Pentacles, all right? So some of you could be, I'm getting the message like you could start to, sorry, I'm like, my dog is in the room and he's scratching his butt on our bed and the bed is squeaking so much and it scared me. I was like, who's on the bed? It's just my dog. But with the Queen of Pentacles energy, this really feels like an energy of settling, okay? And I feel like at some point in the month of February, Leo, you're going to start feeling like you are settling, or there's going to be like this little voice in your head that's telling you, hey, you could be doing more. You could be more productive. You could be more happy, you know? You could be more fit. You could be more energetic. And it's going to really, you know, bring you down and make you feel like you have to do more than you are already doing. And again, that goes with the message of make sure you're not overworking yourself. Make sure that you're keeping that balance here with the Justice card, that you're balancing work and rest, my loves, because I do feel like that could be something very conflicting for you this month. And I feel like it's not something that is new for you. I feel like you tend to do that anyway. And so I feel like February, again, with the shadow work theme, there's going to be a lot of changes, okay, that you're going to realize that you have to do, Leo. And this is the year. I want to say month, but I guess this is a year in general. Shadow work takes time, my loves. But this is the month that you really start to lock that in and start focusing on completely healing. Not just healing your outside, healing your inside and healing your past as well. Let's pull a supporting energy for this conflicting energy. Spirit guides, what can we get as a supporting energy? The Knight of Pentacles. And I feel like the Knight of Pentacles right now is symbolizing a much more grounded version of the Queen of Pentacles, because it's such a fresh perspective. It's such a, it's like an open road for possibilities, right? Like the Queen of Pentacles, she's pretty stable. She's like, what's the word? She's already, you know when something is like put down and that's it? What's the word? I can't remember the word. Oh my gosh, I just can't remember, but I feel like you guys know what I mean. She's already established. That's what the word. Thank you, Spirit guys. She's already established. The Knight of Pentacles is someone that is open to opportunities. They're open to just going with the flow. They're not as structured. And so I feel like this is the energy that is going to support you this month. So if you try to make sure that this month you're focusing on getting in that energy of optimism and open-mindedness, you're gonna be a lot less harsh on yourself, Leo, and things are just gonna feel a lot smoother and guilt-free, because you should be feeling guilt-free this month, especially if you're jumping into shadow work. Shadow work isn't about, like, you know, peeking at ourselves. It's about accepting those parts of ourselves that maybe we're not so happy with, and learning how to work past them or work with them, okay? But it's not necessarily, you know, a self-deprecation ritual. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a self-hate ritual. It's supposed to be a very positive thing. So that's definitely going to be an energy that your guides want you to lean on in the month of February, my loves, and that's going to support you a lot this month. Let's go ahead and pull your closing energy, and your closing energy for the month of February is a Seven of Wands, my love. The Seven of Wands is all about fighting for your rights, okay? A lot of you could be feeling very fired up this month in you know, to cause a change, not just within yourself, but maybe out in the world. Maybe you're doing some activist work. I don't know if maybe you're protesting or helping others. But there's something here about speaking up as well, and also making sure that you're being heard, okay? And that goes hand in hand with the Three of Cups here when I said, like, lean on your support groups, lean on the people around you, because they want to put you in this energy of the Seven of Wands. They want to see you standing up for yourself and demanding the space to express yourself and heal yourself, okay? You're not a burden, Leo, at all, okay? These people don't see you as a burden, so you shouldn't be seeing yourself as one either, my love. And I feel like at the end of February, there's going to be this newfound sense of, like, confidence in you that's going to allow you to get to this space where you are, you know, asking for what you want, asking for what you need, and also giving yourself what you want and what you need. Because, like I said, you tend to think that, oh, like, I don't deserve it, or like, I'm not doing enough. You are doing enough, Leo. And so once you realize that, you can allow yourself to rest or to get things that you want or need, or, you know, do things that you want to do. All right, my loves. Let me let my dog out real quick before we end your reading. All right, sorry, my loves. And for the end of your reading, Leo, we have a little bowl that I have prepared. So in every one of these papers, I've written down an object. Some things have like a song on them or a sound. This is a message of confirmation that if you see during the month of February, then you will know that you are being divinely protected and that you are on the right track, okay? So let's see what comes out the bowl for you. All right, Leo. So if you see a black and white cat, my loves, whether that be on the street, a painting of a black and white cat, a video of a black and white cat, and you remember this tarot reading as you see this black and white cat, then you know that you are on the right track. Your guides are with you. It is a huge message of confirmation for you, all right, my loves? So keep an eye out for a black and white cat. All right, Leo, my loves, have a beautiful February. If you have made it this far, comment a cat emoji down in the comments, leave a like, and of course, subscribe again if you are not subscribed. I'd love to have you join the Earthy Soul community. All right, my loves, again, my name is Daniel, and I'll see you guys on the next reading, okay? Stay safe.